carry. Unless it's like in a bag or something.
It's funny that this conversation is so normal with you and I, but if you have this conversation with people from California, they'll look at you like you're fucking insane. Like, what, you carry a gun?
Yeah.
Well, it's also like there's a reality. Like, here's one thing, like constitutional carry. When my friends from California found out that constitutional carry was passed in Texas, so anyone can conceal carry. As long as you're not a criminal.
Yeah.
When they saw that, they're like, what?
Yeah.
Are you crazy? But wasn't that recently just passed in Ohio and crime went down?
Down. I did
went
a video
down.
on it. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Because it's a counterintuitive logic, right? Because if your starting point is if you make guns illegal, then nobody will have guns. Then yeah. I guess you could make the argument that
if nobody broke the law ever,
right?
Including criminals.
Exactly.
What a fucking naive perspective.
But people think like that.
Right, but if you think you're going to rob anybody and then now all of a sudden there's constitutional carry and anyone can have
carry
a gun on them.
That means your job as a criminal has become substantially harder.
Substantially.
Because like criminals don't want to die either. Right? And criminals are largely looking for easy targets. Like if you're going to go into the business of crime, you don't want it to be hard because if you did, you would just get a normal job. Right. So from that perspective, if they don't know who's carrying, it makes your job substantially harder as a criminal to find actual victims. And not only that, and I just did a video recently where it's not even the person you're trying to rob or do something to you have to worry about. You have to worry about the people who may see it. Because in this particular situation, it was at a gas station. Guy runs up on him, starts pistol whipping him, and the guy in another car saw it happen and started shooting at the guy. Well, he didn't shoot. He killed him. And so now you have to start thinking, shit. I'm like, I got to find either a different place to go to start looking for victims, or I got to find a new career path. I mean, it just is what it is. Yeah. It's just logic. Now, I'm not saying all crime's going to go away. I'm not going to say, I'm not saying that.
But if everyone's heavily armed, you're way less likely. It sounds so...
It sounds counterintuitive.
It sounds not just counterintuitive, but it also sounds like anti-progressive in terms of like society and, people being civilized. Yeah. It sounds anti-civilized.
Yeah,
like
but what does that even...
Everyone having a gun...
What does that mean? Who said that pacifism was supposed to be the definition of civility?
Right. Well, that's also like if you're not able to protect yourself, that doesn't make you a more virtuous person. It doesn't. And a virtuous person with a gun does not have different objectives. You're still the same person.
Exactly.
You're still a good person, but you also are protected. You have something that if the shit hits the fan...
that you can protect yourself with. Now,
that's my perspective.
I do think that there are a lot of people who are anti. It's projection. I've seen this. And what the projection is largely because inevitably if you talk to them long enough, they'll tell you, I don't trust myself with a firearm, so why would I trust you?
Yes, right? That's it, right? They don't want other people to have guns.
Yeah.
I've heard that before.
Yep.
By the way, those people, when the shit hit the fan in L.A., those were people asking me for guns.
Yeah.
I had friends asking me, can I borrow a gun?
Yeah, that don't surprise me at all.
I go, well, if you lived in Texas, I just give you one. I just give you a gun.
Exactly, but I can't because of the laws.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I think it's easy to call it delusion, but that's essentially what it is.
It is delusion.
It's delusion, right? And we have it too easy.
Yeah.
We live in probably the best times that you could possibly live as a human on Earth right now.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
We've lived
maybe like 5 years ago was better.
Yeah. Okay, that's true. But
pre-COVID, pre-economy crash.
We live in relative peace, right?
I mean, on a curve, it's pretty. I mean, if you look at a graph of over the history of the Mongol invasion,
think about the shit we were doing.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, dude, I don't want to live in a different era.
No,
I don't want to live in a different.